We got first down Broncos.
And in, here is Bryson and the Ballers to work. And they're going to hand the ball. This is Andrade, Aiden Andrade from Douglas County High School. His 9th year playing football. He is the cousin of Julian Salas. There's a lot of connectivity to this particular team for Steve Bryson. There are only 7 players on the team.
But there's a lot of speed, and there's also a lot of chemistry. A lot of these guys have been playing together for the last 7 years.
Bryson tried to dump it across the middle, threw it at the feet incomplete of Anthony Moore. And now 3rd in the midline.
All right, this is the first third down of the game, and it's always the filling out process. We've seen some teams come out, they score on their first drive, and kind of helps them throughout the game get that confidence going. But early on, this is very similar to yesterday. Their first game just didn't get off to the good start. Maybe they can convert here on 3rd down and try to punch this one in on the first drive.
Deep snap here, man in motion. Here's Andrade, and we got a procedure penalty now.
A false start
against the Ballers.
We got a false start on the offense. 5 yards.
A little eager. A little eager early on.
Broncos have elected to punt. It's going to be first down, Patriots.
So there you go. Basically the 3 and out. It's funny the word fundamental got used by both.
It did,
right?
yeah.
Because unlike the Tucson Turf, KC Rockers, Shockers who we saw earlier, you're now dealing with teams that have to play both sides and understand the value of both sides.
Well, you go back to what you know. And sometimes when you have the unknown of a lot of these teams, you don't know what the offensive game plan they have. We don't get a chance to watch film, basically. We don't know what we're going up against, but your technique, your fundamentals always take you back to the purest part of the sport, which is just sitting back, playing your game, having fun.
Matthew Stelmack handing to Braden Gillespie there. Just a couple of yards. That was a quick throw. This is Doherty, incomplete. So very quickly, 3rd in the midline now for the CK Elite. CK stands for Clamp Kings.
3rd down.
Fake the throw by Stelmack, middle of the field, and the flag is pulled off of Braden Gillespie.
We got 4th down, pass only. Patriots have elected to go for it.
Before the midline. No surprise here.
They're going to go for it on 4th down.
Patriots are going for it,
yeah. They want to get on the board. Big play here early in the game.
Little shovel, and there it is. And breaking free is Cisse, and Darius Cisse scores.
Touchdown, Patriots.
Stelmack, just a shovel pass on a short yardage play, Kirk.
It's unbelievable, right? It's a short 4th down play, and everybody's looking around. What's it going to be, a run? It's going to be a pass, but it's a quick shovel pass right in the front, and Cisse able to dip under both defenders trying to pull that flag down, shows off the speed and gets it to the end zone. That's a big play early on, a 4th down conversion resulting in a touchdown.
Now the single point try for Coach Pacina and CK Elite. And Stelmack will dump it short. The catch is made, and that's Jules stepping into the end zone. We'll say Jules
extra point conversion
makes it 7-0.
It's a nice job. Look, they've got a great stop on defense to start the game, and now they get the first touchdown of the ball game as well. So the CK Elite, new quarterback and all, I'd be smiling too if I'm Coach Pacina.
Yeah.
You can go down and get
first
a touchdown
down,
on 4th down. They convert. Got big points.
Matthew Stelmack and CK Elite a touchdown. So here's Bryson going to work again. Quick throw this time. This is Benjamin Haiti, and he will work back for 5, maybe on the play, close to it.
Shifty. That's what I'll call this one. This is a shifty play by Haiti, just being able to just make guys miss in the open field.
So here's Bryson now on 2nd down in the midline. Basically 15 yards. Another throw. Again, Haiti, and flag got pulled that time. Picked off, and it was Jaden Doherty, or Dots, who's from Woburn. Listed as a rusher defensively, but a nice play in space there.
Yeah, so far the Patriots are giving up that underneath route, the CK Elite. They want you to throw underneath. They don't want anything to get beat deep or behind them. So they're playing high to low, forcing these underneath throws early by the Ballers.
8-yard snap is the center quarterback exchange. And look at the catch by Haiti, who breaks free, and Haiti will score. Benjamin Haiti made 2 terrific plays in the possession, and the last one a touchdown.
He found the opening in the defense, right? The cover 2. When you got that safety, watch number 9 in the middle, Braden Gillespie. He's watching the quarterback's eyes, but that late, he just couldn't get over there just in time. That ball delivered perfectly by the quarterback, Bryson, that was able to just move the safety just enough to the right to give enough of a window to open it up on the left.
Or Steve Bryson got to be thrilled with the sequence there. His team a little sloppy in the first possession, then gave up the touchdown pass. They get 137 yards now. Caden Bryson to Benjamin Haiti. And they're going for 2 here. Bryson to his left, going to throw for the end zone and over the top of the intended receiver in the back corner.
Extra conversion is no good.
And I think that was Andrade who was looking for, I believe. And so Caden Bryson gets the touchdown. It's a 1-point lead for CK Elite.
Some fast kids. We've seen a lot so far today, and I think this one is has a billing to be probably one of the best games of the day so far, with both teams already on the scoreboard.
Matthew Stelmack takes a snap from under center, a little shovel pass, and that's say move again, and a flag is pulled right at about a 10-yard gain, maybe a little more.
And the ability for Cisse to just dip right at the right time. As soon as the defender's trying to converge and grab that flag, he gets down so low that they're kind of grabbing air. That's how he got the first touchdown and a positive gain already here on first down.
First time I saw it yesterday when we were watching some of the games unfold, I thought it was the Kenny Pickett. Remember the Kenny Pickett dead leg
I remember
in the ACC championship game a couple of years ago? But it's done so that they don't guard the flag, but they get low, right?
Yes, correct. And it changes the angle, though, the point of attack for a defender.
Stelmack, a quick throw, nice catch, and Gillespie breaking free. He's across the midline. And now first and goal, it'll be for CK Elite with this 1-point lead.
Yeah, the 52-80 Ballers, they got to figure out a way to go grab some flags and come under balance. They're having a tough time right now of getting flags pulled at the right times. A lot of guys coming in conversion, but not communicating outside and inside. You've got players splitting the defenders.
Stelmack gives a little ground and shoots it here to the near side. Flag is thrown. Cisse the catch. Was it a catch or not?
Yeah, I wonder, did they get the secondary here? I think Anthony Moore of the Broncos with a push at the end.
We got unnecessary roughness, defense, 10-yard penalty, automatic first down.
So it is a catch.
Yeah, he was all over the receiver, and I think it was just that sequence at the end where you've kind of have them covered, but when you push them out of bounds, or almost like a tackle out of bounds, it's a little too close. Have to stay off as much as possible. No contact. And flag.
Anthony Moore, the guy flagged. Pardon the pun. So now first and goal again. Stelmack going to hand it to Cisse, and 52-80 played that pretty well. Mose Jules handled the stop. Only a step to the play.
Second down, pass only.
Now pass only, yeah, they ran the ball there. I was a little shocked there because they're so close to that run line. They can't run the ball inside the 5-yard line, so one play there.
There's Gillespie trying to reach over. He's still got both flags. It should be a touchdown, I think. He left his feet, though.
Yes, and I think in flag, from what I saw, there's no leaping. And I think that's the official.
Stop the clock here with 2:44 to go. And I think the discussion has to do with Gillespie trying to reach the ball over and leaving his feet.
Correct. I think if we're talking NFL football, that's probably a touchdown. But in flag football, I think that's a conversation to be made. That may not be.
We got a good touchdown.
There it is. And the reason here, Kirk, there's a difference between diving and a jump cut.
Yeah, that was almost close. If he leans forward, that's almost like a dive. This is more a pirouette. Is this just jumping straight up in the air? A little bit different.
Yeah.
But the officials come together and they rolled that a touchdown. So able to jump straight up, but you're not able to dive into the end zone.
Yeah. So Gillespie the catch, and then reaches the ball over, and there's a quick throw on a slant, and that's caught for the point.
Conversion is good.
So now it's 14-6, and by 52-80 missing the 2-point try, they'll be forced on their next score if they want to tie the game to go for 2 again. But nonetheless, Stelmach has continued his fine play. Remember, first time with the team yesterday, was able to kind of operate at a very high level.
First down, Broncos.
And one thing I've seen so far is he just gets the ball in their hands. It's not like he's trying to be perfect. He's just putting it in an area and allowing his receivers to go make plays and turn some nice little runs after catch.
So here's Caden Bryson to work. Going to cut it loose and overshoot. Gillespie the pick. Interception. Gillespie works his way back toward the 5, and a flag is pulled there. It'll be 1st and goal for CK Elite. First play interception for Gillespie.
Just watch the center fielder, Gillespie. He's number 9. He comes out your screen. He's got his eyes on the quarterback, Bryson, the entire time. He just let the eyes of the quarterback take him to the football. He started with an outstanding back pedal, broke on the ball, and we've got our 2nd turnover of the game.
There's a quick throw. The ball hit off the chest of Jules and bounces incomplete.
I'm sorry, that was our first turnover. It reminded me of the play earlier. I'm watching Gillespie. He's been all over the play. He's playing an outstanding center field, keeping his eyes on the quarterback, not allowing anything deep. He got beat earlier, but this time made him pay.
Stelmach, a little play fake, and then throws to the end zone, and there's the touchdown.
That's a big touchdown.
Patriots.
And Gillespie now has another score.
They've elected to go for 1 on the extra point.
So a touchdown, and they'll push it for the point. And Gillespie's got the last 2 touchdowns for CK Elite.
Turnover so crucial in games like this. That's what I've seen so far today. A turnover can almost basically cost you 2 possessions, because if a team is able to score on that one, you've got to find a way to score, but also score another just to kind of get that possession back. It's crucial, these turnovers.
And Braden Gillespie had the interception and then the touchdown on the catch following his other touchdown. How about that? Talk about impacting the game. So here's Stelmach looking for the point. He'll throw for Cisse, who juggles and holds on all the way through. And Matthew Stelmach,
extra point conversion is good.
Is operating. He's got an old school feel to his game.
He does.
Yeah.
And that's where the extra yardages come in for the Patriots.
Matthew Stelmach, 7 of 9, 87 yards, 3 scores in the first half. Big fellow to work again, and that's Gillespie on the back end. Made a man miss. He'll get to the midline, keep his feet, work to the perimeter through several would-be flag pulls, and finally down to the 12-yard line goes Braden Gillespie before Andrade can finally make the flag pull.
Yeah, just the ability to make guys miss. Watch Gillespie. He's going to get the football, and then watch how many defenders he makes miss. That's 1. Then he gets to the middle of the field. That's 2. And then there's another one. That's 3. 1 more. That's 4. And then he finally gets pulled 5, and he counts them out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, that's 5 guys that he made miss on 1 play.
How about that, huh? How about that?
Yeah, he let everybody know that, yeah, he's putting in work so far. Braden Gillespie, wide receiver out of Woburn, Massachusetts.
Hold on, guys. We're still 1st and goal.
So the net plays 18 yards after the penalty. And here goes Stelmach, and a quick throw. That's Gillespie, and flag is thrown as flag is pulled. It's marked out at the 2. But what do we have, Brian Sullivan?
Pass only.
Yeah, pass only. Look, Stelmach, for his first time playing with this team, only his 2nd day with this CK Elite Ball Club.
Yeah.
He seems to have a chemistry so far with Braden Gillespie that it looks like the Broncos, the 52-80, they don't have an answer.
Back foot, Stelmack tried to sidearm it. Oh, it's caught. Cisse through traffic. How in the world? It's a touchdown for Darius Cisse.
Go for 1 on the extra point.
Okay, here you go, Kirk.
Right in your kitchen, right? He's got a defender in there. Look at that sidearm angle. I mean, we see all the NFL quarterbacks doing it, right? Being able to throw from different angles. That time, he went a little underhand on me over there. Sidearm underhand.
And now a loop for the corner, and Khan was the intended receiver. That ball got batted away by Anthony Moore. So Cisse's got his second receiving score of the
Extra
day.
point conversion is no good. First down, Broncos.
And so it now stays a 27-6 game.
And you can see just the faces of these 52-80 Broncos. They need a play. They got to make a play. They've only been one big play that they had, and you would say that that was probably a mistake because of the CK Elite Patriots in their rush and their coverage. But they got to find a way to make a play here just to stay in this game because not a lot of time left.
Yep. Caden Bryson, the quarterback, a fake to Haiti. Now got a long shot down the field, and Gillespie had it. And Andrade almost made the play defensively to keep Gillespie from another pick, and there are the push-ups for Braden Gillespie.
Gillespie's had his hand on the ball a lot today and as a receiver, but I think he's played an outstanding game as that free safety in the middle of the field. It's hard to get the ball over his head, and that time had two hands on the football, but you mentioned Andrade able to knock that ball loose at the end. So right now, look, you're not going to beat the Patriots or the CK Elite defense over the top. They've done a tremendous job of keeping everything in front of them.
Right.
It's a hard team to beat, well coached.
So here's Caden Bryson again. And ball got thrown and then picked. Doherty comes up with the interception. So another turnover for 52-80. That'll be the second interception of the day, and this one for Jaden Doherty.
Yeah, this was
First
just
and goal, Patriots.
Caden Bryson was just trying to find an open receiver and just couldn't do it. Here's the previous play. Gillespie, he's up. He's got two hands on it, and he misses that, did his push-ups. One knocks him out. I think he'd probably do 10 of them. And then now the next play, they get an interception from an overthrown ball that was just kind of tipped in the air.
Only.
And right now we're in danger of this game possibly ending. If they score a touchdown here
and
with
an extra point.
An extra point.
Yep.
This ball game's over.
Yeah, they started off the +7. They're in the no-run zone after the 3 yards. Here's Stelmack, and the throw just beyond the reach of Gillespie. And Matthew Stelmack looks right to Coach Ben Pacina and said, "That's my fault."
And I think they go for it here, too. I mean, I know it's only third down, but you're working with 2 downs. I think to try to end this football game, there's no punting here in this situation. They're going to go for it. So 2 more downs to score a touchdown and maybe end this football game.
Gillespie and Cisse, the 2 guys who've been the biggest problem today, to the right side. Stelmack with a flag thrown, and the ball is caught. That's Malik Khan for the touchdown.
Got impeding on the offense. Turnover on downs.
So there you
First
go.
down, Broncos.
So the interception is then turned over on downs with the penalty. And 52-80 Ballerz. Kirk dodges one there.
Yeah, they said he was impeding because of him waiting for his route to develop. He's got to get out of the way. When you are in a position to go out for a route, you cannot get in the way at all of a defender who is considered the designated rusher on defense.
So here's Bryson. You see the 8-yard, basically 7.5-yard depth of the snap. And now we got procedure on 52-80.
Got a false start on the offense. Half the distance. Second down.
So the unforced errors are really hurting this 52-80 Ballerz team.
Second down.
Here in quarter or half number 2, I should say. Bryson and Haiti never turned around.
Yeah, right now, Caden Bryce has probably had better days, but this game so far, a little bit, looked like a little frazzled back there. You know what I mean? He's trying to find guys who are open, and it's just not there. This is an outstanding defensive performance because you've got a great rush that's been in his face all game long, and the receivers haven't adjusted their routes to the pressure that they're getting by the CK Elite Patriots.
There's the snap, and the ball hit Bryson in the hands and was dropped. That's a safety. So the safety will be recorded on the fumbled snap. That's the rule that's been in flag football in the old schoolyards for. We welcome you back. 2024 NFL Flag Championships presented by Toyota. We're in the 15U boys bracket, trying to get another team to tomorrow's Elite Eight with coverage starting at 10 a.m. on ESPN Plus and the other platforms. There's a look. We're trying to plug in that top right.
Right.
Fusion from Baltimore and the Lockdown Legends would meet the winner of this game in the 3 o'clock quarterfinal. You see the other 6 are already there, including the explosive Tucson Turf, the Loudon Legends, and THT, who we saw at 10 a.m. this morning. So we're finishing up a hard day's work, and Matthew Stelmack and CK Elite trying to win the game on this possession. And he will dump it, and that is Khan. Malik Khan from Roxbury. Plays his football at Catholic Memorial. Kirk, the other thing I've noticed here, a lot of guys who are playing flag play for their high schools in the fall.
Yes.
Like normal American football.
Yes, they're playing both.
I think the continuity is interesting.
I think that you can get a lot from flag. The ability to
look at Gillespie. Here goes Gillespie again. Flag pulled right as he crossed the midline.
Gillespie's got some wiggle to him, right?
Yeah.
It's just these aren't deep throws. These are pitch and catch.
Yep.
Right, and in turn a 2-yard throw and gain into a 10 to 15-yard gain by making the initial defender miss.
Yep.
When you've got players like that, that makes it so much easier on the quarterback. Not feeling like he's got to throw the ball deep, not feeling like he's got to be perfect. Just get the ball in the playmaker's hands and go let them make plays.
Yep. Well, CK Elite's in a big-time driver's seat here. And they can wind the clock out or they can score and end it. Take your pick. And win for the 4th time and go undefeated into the Elite Eight tomorrow. There's a play fake. Stelmack loses it to Gillespie again, and the flag is pulled right around the 10-yard line.
It's unbelievable from our vantage point watching plays develop. You're just seeing how,
by the way, the flag pull for the Ballers.
See, we're watching these plays develop, and to watch the quarterback, Stelmack, wait for his defenders to clear.
Yep.
Right, they have to clear that center of the field, but that ball is delivered on time. It's always a catch, and the ability to extend the play by running.
So Gillespie, 8 catches, 123, and a couple scores today. Now we're going to have a throw, and that is into the end zone. The throw from Doherty, and the catch is made by Jules, and that's the ball game. How about that? Ball game ends on a touchdown throw from Moise Jules, or Jaden Doherty to Moise Jules.